Hello, this is Joe Pryor, the virtual real estate team, and if you're reading anything at all in newspapers, magazines, or on the internet like most of us do, you hear the infamous I word. That's called inflation. Now, we know that there have been periods in the United States where inflation was incredible. The Volcker years back in the late 70s, early 80s, the prime rate was 20%. That's how bad inflation was. Now, obviously, with the recovery from 2007, 2008, as well as what COVID has done to us, then we know that at this point, rates are very, very low. But Jerome Powell mentioned the fact that tapering is coming. In other words, this quantitative easing to help artificial rates stay low is coming to an end. Now, we also know that material costs, energy costs, food costs, things are going up. We are seeing inflation go up. And if you want to see why rich people get richer, it's called debt. Now, I'm not talking about any debt. If you're putting a bunch of money on Visa and MasterCard to finance your future at 24 to 30%, that ain't a good idea. But if you're talking about buying investment property and maybe doing a discount point to get it at 3.25% fixed for 30 years, that is the way that you make money. Because if you have a 6% inflation rate, which we currently have according to the government, and you have a 3.25% interest rate, your money is worth more. In other words, inflation works for you. Now, if you're on the other end of the scale and say you have your money in the CD and it's in a bank at 1.5% and you're paying taxes on that and inflation's 3 to 6%, your buying power keeps going down. Your dollar is worth less all the time. Now, I am not a world-class economist. I am not a CPA. I'm not a financial advisor outside of real estate. But the one thing that I know personally in terms of buying investment real estate, as well as other things, I know that low interest rates below the rate of inflation is really a great idea. All you have to do is follow what the rich do if you want to get there. So right now is a perfect time for you to be investing in real estate if you are financially solvent, if you have reserves, if you're not worried about the future, and you can do 20% down on investment property and even get 3.125% that I've seen in certain situations over a fixed 30-year period, then that is going to make you money, not only with positive cash flow, not only with appreciation, but also being dramatically below the rate of inflation where you're using leverage to create wealth. So it's a great time to invest in real estate. I don't say that all the time, but right now, this year, rates are incredibly low. It is a good time to buy real estate and be below the rate of inflation and beat the increase in future inflation.